Every day, more than you think, someone tries to move you like a puppet. They are not always great deceptions. Often they are small, invisible tactics, a well-placed guilt, a self-interested flattery, a haste that does not let you think. And most people fall again and again because they never learn to see the game or to defend themselves from it. They end up saying yes when they wanted to say no, giving in when they should not, feeling used without quite understanding how. But there is a way to turn all of this around. It is not about learning to manipulate others, but about becoming immune to being manipulated, and about using clarity to disarm whoever tries it. We call that reverse manipulation, combining the cunning of the great strategists like Machiavelli with the serenity of the Stoics. In this video, you are going to discover 6 keys so that no one ever uses you again. You will learn to recognize the tactics, to not react, to set limits, and to hold up the mirror to whoever wants to manipulate you. Not to do harm, but to protect your freedom and your peace. Stay to the end, because the last key changes everything. Let us begin. The first key so that no one manipulates you is to learn to recognize the tactics before falling into them. Manipulation works because we almost never see it coming. It disguises itself as kindness, as concern, or as urgency. But whoever uses it always repeats the same tricks. Guilt, making you feel bad so you give in. Flattery, inflating your ego to lower your defenses. Urgency, rushing you so you do not think. Playing the victim, presenting themselves as a poor victim so you end up doing what they want. And fear, subtly threatening you with losing something. The moment you know these weapons, they lose half their power because they no longer act in the shadows. The next time someone makes you feel guilty without a clear reason, or flatters you excessively, or pressures you to decide now, let an inner alarm go off and ask, what is this person trying to get? That simple awareness pulls you out of autopilot. The manipulator needs you not to notice, so your greatest shield is, simply, to see the game clearly. What is seen in the light can no longer trap you in the dark. The second key is to not react instantly. The manipulator counts on your automatic reaction, on guilt making you give in immediately, on haste making you decide without thinking, on anger clouding you. Their whole technique is based on pushing you to act fast, before your reason enters the game. That is why your most powerful weapon is the pause. When you feel pressure to respond now, do exactly the opposite. Slow down. Say you need to think about it, that you will answer later, that you do not decide in the heat of the moment. The Stoics knew that between the stimulus and the response there is a space where your freedom lives, and the manipulator wants to steal that space. Do not give it to them. A phrase as simple as "let me think about it, and I will get back to you" disarms most manipulators, because their power depends on urgency. The moment you take time, the pressure deflates, and you can see the situation coolly. The one who decides coolly is rarely manipulated, because manipulation needs heat, haste, and emotion. Take away those 3 ingredients with a simple pause, and you will see the game collapse on its own. Do not react. Breathe, gain time, and you decide, not their pressure. The third key, and here is the reversal, is to turn the game back with questions. The manipulator works in the shadows. Their real intentions are never said out loud. Their power lives in the implicit, in what they hint at without committing. So the best way to disarm it is to bring to light what it hides, and that is done by asking calmly. When someone pressures or manipulates you, instead of defending yourself, ask them direct and serene questions. Why are you telling me this right now? What exactly do you expect me to do? What happens if I say no? These questions force the manipulator to make explicit what they wanted to keep hidden, and that unsettles them enormously, because their tactic depends on not being discovered. It is like turning on the light in a room where someone was trying to move in the dark. By asking calmly, you turn the pressure back on them. Now it is they who have to justify themselves, not you. This is true reverse manipulation, not manipulating them in return, but using clarity to disarm the one who tries to use you. Do not attack, do not defend yourself, just ask with serenity. You will see how many manipulators, finding themselves exposed, retreat on their own. The calm question is one of the most powerful shields there is. The fourth key is to learn to say no without justifying yourself. For the manipulator, every explanation you give is an open door, a point through which to keep pushing. If you say "I cannot because I have work," they respond, "It is fine, we will do it another day." If you give a reason, they rebut it, and so they drag you into a negotiation you never wanted. That is why the key is a firm, calm, and brief no, without a waterfall of excuses behind it. No, it does not suit me. No, I prefer not to. No, not this time. without justifications, without endless apologies, without opening the door to discussion. This, at first, is uncomfortable because we have been taught that refusing without explaining is rude. But a clear and serene no communicates something powerful, that you respect yourself and that your limits are not up for negotiation. The Stoics defended their decisions from reason, not from the need for others' approval. You do not owe an explanation to the one who tries to use you. The less you justify yourself, the less ammunition you give them. Practice saying a calm no, looking them in the eyes, without a nervous smile or 1,000 apologies. You will be surprised at the respect it commands, and how, suddenly, people stop trying to manipulate the one who has clear and firm limits. The fifth key is to not give ammunition to guard your cards. The manipulator needs to know your weaknesses to use them. If they know you are afraid of looking bad, they will play with guilt. If they know you crave their approval, they will give it and take it away at will. If they know you need something from them, they will remind you of it every time they want to pressure you. The more they know of your insecurities, your desires, and your wounds, the easier it is for them to move you like a puppet. That is why, with people you do not yet trust, it is wise to hold back. Do not display all your emotions. Do not tell your plans or your fears to the first person who comes. Do not hand over your inner world before knowing who is in front of you. This is not being cold or paranoid. It is prudence. Share your intimacy with the one who has earned it, and observe the rest before opening up. A manipulator facing someone who does not reveal their weak points is left without tools, because they cannot find where to grab you. The Stoics cultivated that restraint, that serenity that does not let itself be fully read. Stay friendly, but reserved with those you do not know. The less they know where it hurts, the less they can press there. Guard your cards, and no one will be able to play with them. The sixth and final key, the ultimate reversal, is to hold up the mirror. When you have already recognized the game, not reacted, asked calmly, and held your limits, the last step is to give the manipulator back their own reflection, with serenity and without aggression. This means naming out loud what is happening. Calm phrases like "I notice you are rushing me," or "It seems you are trying to make me feel guilty," hold a mirror up to their tactic. By naming what they do, you disarm them completely, because manipulation only works while it stays invisible. The moment you bring it to light calmly, it loses all its force, and the manipulator usually retreats, uncomfortable at being discovered. This is true reverse manipulation, not returning deception with deception, but using clarity and serenity as your greatest weapon. You do not lower yourself to their level, you rise above it. Remember that the goal of all this is not to become a manipulator, but to stop being a victim. It is to protect yourself, keep your freedom and your peace, and move through the world with your eyes wide open. The one who sees the game, does not react, asks, sets limits, and names what is happening, becomes almost impossible to manipulate. And that, in the end, is the highest form of power, that of not being able to be used by anyone. We have walked through the 6 keys of reverse manipulation together. Recognize the game. Do not react instantly. Turn the question back. Say no without justifying yourself. Guard your cards and hold up the mirror to whoever tries to use you. If you notice, none of these keys consists of deceiving anyone. They all consist of seeing clearly and keeping your serenity, because that is the true defense against any manipulation. The one who sees the game and keeps calm cannot be dragged, because manipulation needs darkness, haste, and emotion, and you offer it light, pause, and reason. It is not about becoming distrustful of everyone or playing dirty. It is about ceasing to be naive and protecting your freedom. Start today by applying just one of these keys. The next time you feel someone pressuring you, slow down, breathe, and ask what they really want. That simple pause already makes you much harder to manipulate. As the wisest strategist said, the one who knows the game cannot lose at it. If this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe for more wisdom on the mind and power every night. And remember, be a good person, but let no one ever use you. See you in the next one. Take care.